Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Madman Mondello coming at you from the Garden Hill Garage here in beautiful Alabama. Hope you're all doing well. Hope I gave you a heart attack. Ah! I had one. Everybody's going to have one. What the hell? Anyway, Merry freaking Christmas, you filthy fucking animals. Shall we proceed? All right. We've got 10 of them to show. Now, all of these they all have BO2 MW3 Ghost Advanced Warfare off-host. Mighton menu version 1.2 does 24 games. Okay, you got college football revamped version 19 on these things. You got Buffington mod loader for GTA 4. You got Purge for GTA 5, and we're going to start this one off here with Mr. Martin Debbie. Martin purchased a 120 gig console off the website from us, and of course here it is. Wait a minute, let me do the hand model thing. Yes, and here it is. You like that, huh? That's gonna be my side gig right there, is doing hand model. Okay, you know, there you go. Yeah. Anyway, alrighty. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna fire this damn thing up here. All right, let's check this thing out. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna swap over the capture card here. Okay, and I'm gonna say this one time. Okay, I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. Okay. Watch the freaking startup setup video, for God's sake, okay? So I don't have to pull my hair out, and neither do you. You don't have to commit Harry Carey and all this other crap, okay? All right, startup setup video tells you how to get it online for the first time on your network, okay? It's very important you watch that video, because not only does it cover starting up and setting it up on your network for the first time, it also covers copying files and folders, pasting stuff, okay? Understanding how to rip a drive, you know, all that kind of crap, okay? It's very important. Please watch that video, for God's sake. All right, so anyway, there you are. Hello again, Martin Debbie. You're on Alliance Live. Welcome to Alliance Live. Blah, 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 blah. You currently got 120 reserve days left. Got it. Good. Okay. Let me sync this controller up here. There we go. All right. There we are. Okay, now let's go through this thing, shall we? Now, there's a 120 gig complement, so it's a small complement. Start off at the dashboard. We'll work our way through. All right, College Hoops 2K8, you got Grand Theft Auto Series, College Football Revamped version 19, so on and so forth. All right, Xbox Live Arcade, you got a couple live arcade titles on there. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And then you have emulators on here. You got Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, and then, of course, back to Super Nintendo. All right, now, we'll go ahead, we'll hit the dashboard, make sure that she's right and tight. We're going to get the Mighton message box pop up here. All right, which is, Mighton is a menu for 24 games, okay? And you can go ahead and visit Smokey and KVOVX over at their Discord right there, all right? And if you want to, you can purchase the VIP version, which is 1.3. It does everything, and they're constantly working on a damn thing, and they only want $20 for it. For God's sake, I mean, $20 you'll wipe your ass with $20 these days. Hell, you can't even buy a cup of coffee for fucking $20 these days, for God's sake. So anyway, needless to say, it's an investment. There you go, all right, just so you know. We'll bypass the sign-in. You will see that we are going to be up online and live. Our beautiful eyeball-pleasing HUD. Okay, and then we have X Community. It's a matchmaking service that works hand-in-hand with Microsoft's matchmaking service. Okay? And you will see there's a bunch of sessions going on. Right now there's 10 sessions going on here. You got Black Ops 2 going on, a bunch of them. Modern Warfare 2, more Black Ops 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 2. Oh my God, Red Dead Redemption. There you go. So on and so forth. Okay? Now, over here, you have your players with their respective servers here that you can see. All right, you got all these people online. You got 39 people online, and it's only 9:43 a.m. in the morning, okay? So there you go. And then, of course, you have your settings. You got enable features, custom matchmaking, force modded matchmaking, custom HUD button, change your online status, change your username, and save your settings, so on and so forth, okay? Very, very good option. It's shared amongst 4 servers, okay? So works really good. You'll always have someone to play with. There's always going to be somebody online there. All right, so anyway. Now, over in your 5th tab, you got your cheats. You got Advanced Warfare, Ghost, BO2, and MW3. These are off hosts that are provided off of our server. All right, now you can disable them by hitting A. You can enable them by hitting A, leaving it alone, basically. All right, now, when it's enabled, if you go to Advanced Warfare, right on the lower left corner of the screen, you're going to see a little set of instructions there. Follows instructions. It'll pop up a menu. You make your settings on there, and you too can shove a bazooka up somebody's ass, all right? So on and so forth. Now, if you want to play with the Mighton cheats, okay, all you have to do is disable the off-host like that, and then go to Advanced Warfare, and when it asks to load Mighton, you're going to say yes, and then you're going to have Mighton cheats on there, okay? And then you play with the Mighton cheats. Do not enable both. If you do, you're going to wind up with 2 menus popping up at the same time. You're going to be selecting in one, deselecting in another. It's going to become a menagerie. You're going to commit Harry Carey, and you're going to be going like, what the hell? And that's the reason why you only use 1 menu at a time, okay? So anyway. Just to let you know, either load one or the other. All right, now we'll bring this back. Xbox Home. We're going to gonna bring that back there. And Martin, there you go, brother. Listen, thank you for your business, man. I greatly do appreciate it. All right, we're shipping it off today. It's gonna go out this afternoon. All right, and you'll have a tracking number and a link to this video, and also a link to the startup setup video, which you need to watch. Just saying. Okay. Thank you for your business, brother. Really do appreciate it. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to Martin here. We're gonna fire up another one here. Okay. There's 10 of them here, so bear with me. Mr. Chris Leshi, or Leak, or Chris Leak, whatever. Okay, sorry, man. Sorry if I destroyed your name. That's just, I like I said, Chris Leak. Okay, all right, Chris Leshi. All right, anyway, Chris went ahead and purchased the console off the website from us. This one is a 250 gig drive. We're gonna fire this thing up here. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna sync up the controller here. All right, there we go. Swap over to the capture card. I'm doing way too much stuff at one time. This early in the morning, there's hardly any coffee in me. Okay, not a good thing. All right. So we're going to boot up. We're going to get our notifications from the server, letting us know that it's online live, and then we're going to go through this thing. All right. And hopefully it will be uneventful and will work properly. Okay. With Microsoft, you never know. Okay. Just being real. You never know. Okay. Hello, guys. Let's see. You're on Alliance Live. Welcome to Alliance Live. Currently have 120 reserved days left. Got it good. Okay. Now. This one's got a little bit bigger complement than the 120 here. Okay, so we start off at the dashboard. You got Battlefield on there. You got Call of Duties on there. Bunch of Call of Duties on there. Call of Duty 2K. You got your Gears of War series. You got Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 4, Halo 3, Minecraft, NCAA Basketball 10, College Football Revamp, Red Dead Redemption, Resident Evil 6, and we're back to the dashboard. All right, Xbox Live Arcade. You got 23 titles of Xbox Live Arcade on there. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And then you have your classic game on there. You got Tony Hawk's Underground 2. You must play the classic game in bypass mode. Okay, if you're going to ask me what bypass mode is, it's in the startup setup video. So watch it. The reason why I'm making you watch it is because it covers a lot more than just bypass mode and setting it up on your network. There's a lot of stuff in there that you need to know about this thing before you can go off into mod land and have a blast, okay? So please watch that video, okay? Then you got your indie games on here. You got your Rape Kit, Trailer Park King, and of course Voice Changer 360. Guaranteed to rape, yes. Okay, and then you got Game Boy Advance and your emulators, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, and back to Game Boy Advance, so on and so forth. Now, we'll hit the dashboard. Make sure she's right and tight and up on the network. It should be. It better be. We're going to get the message box to pop up here. There you go. All right, got it good. Okay. Bypass the sign-in. Yep, and here we go with the stupid error. Now, that error always happens sometimes. Well, not always, but it sometimes happens. So all you do is go to network settings, test your Xbox Live connection right here. Go to Netgear 96. That's my network. We'll test it, and we should get a check. We should get check marks across the board now. Yep, there we are. Okay, so we made it to the router. Now we're gonna make it to the internet here. Any second now. Come on, you can do it. You know you want to do it. This just takes a little time. And then we should have Xbox Live. Yep, there you are. Good. Okay. So we're good. Everything is all up, and life is grand. Okay? So now, all right. So, here we go. Go back here. All right. And now, as you can see, you're up, you're online, you are live. Our beautiful eyeball-pleasing HUD. Okay, with X Community, and of course our cheats, disable A, enable A. Bring this back. Everything I said in the prior console applies to this one. They're all the same. Okay? So, there you go. All right. So, Chris, thank you for your business, brother. Greatly do appreciate it. Shipping it off this afternoon. Remember, you have your tracking number. Remember, you have to sign for these things, okay? Just to let you know. So you got to be there to sign for it. If you're not there, they're going to take it back to the post office. You're going to have to go down to the post office and then sign for it there and pick it up there, okay? Just so you know, all right? So again, Chris, thank you for your business, man. Greatly do appreciate it. All right, now I'm going to rip through these things here. All right, Mr. Aaron Rogers. Aaron. This one is yours. Another 250 gig. All right. I'm gonna fire it up. Sync the controller. Make sure everything's right with the world. Swap over the capture card. All right. Boot up. We're gonna get a notification from the server, and then what's gonna happen is we're gonna go through this thing and make sure everything is right and tight on the network the way it should be. All right. It should better be. Otherwise, so help me God, I'll kill it myself. I promise you. Anyway. All right. Come on, link up. There you go. Thank you. Okay, Ron Rogers, you're on Alliance Live. Blah, blah, blah. Good. Got it. Good. Okay. Now, let's see here. Start off at the dashboard, work our way through, and as you can see, you got your Call of Duties on there. You got College Football 2K8 on there. You got Grand Theft Auto Series, NCAA Basketball 10, College Football Revamp version 19, so on and so forth. Back to the dashboard. Xbox Live Arcade, you got 23 titles of Xbox Live Arcade on there. You have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Then, of course, you have your classic game on there, Tony Hawk's Underground 2. Then, of course, you have your indie games on there. Okay, you have your Xbox 360 Rape Kit with Trailer Park King and Voice Changer 360. And then, of course, you have your emulators. Okay, you got Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, back to Game Boy Advance, so on and so forth. We'll grab hold of this thing, make sure that she's right and tight and up on the network. We're going to get our mic and message placard pop up here. All right, there you go. Go visit Smoking KVOVX. Tell them I said hey. You visit their Discord there. You can buy the paid for version, which is version 1.3. The guys are always supporting it. They're always, adding to it. So be the best 20 bucks that you could ever spend. All right. Sounds like a plan, Stan. Got it. Good. Okay. Bypass the sign in. And you will see that you're up, you're online, you're alive. Our beautiful eyeball pleasing HUD, okay, with X community, and our cheats. Disable A, enable A, very easy. Bring this back. Xbox Home, and there you have it. Hey Ron, thank you for your business, brother. I really do appreciate it. Shipping it off this afternoon. You'll have a tracking number and all that crap in your email, along with a link to this video and a link to the startup setup video, which you need to watch. Just saying. Mr. Justin Poteet. Okay, now Justin, he purchased 2 consoles from us. All right, this is one of 2. All right, this one is a 160 gig. Okay, he wanted a 160, so I was like, okay, here we go. So anyway, this one is a 160 gig, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna fire this thing up right here. I'm gonna sync up the controller right here. We're gonna do this right here, and we are going to be offering 160 gig units. And what's gonna happen is most likely I'm gonna wind up replacing the 120s with 160s because it offers a little bit more storage. It's much better. Okay, I'm kind of happy with the 160s. They seem to, well, number one, they're 7,200 RPM drives, which is really good. So it's very speedy, as you can see. All right, and there's also, I could fit a couple more titles on there, which is really cool. So anyway, we'll go ahead, Xbox 360, start off at the dashboard. Call of Duty's on there, Battlefields on there, more Call of Duties, College Hoops 2K, Grand Theft Auto Series, Minecraft, NCAA Basketball 10, and of course College Football Revamped. So as you can see, there's a few more titles on there that you can fit on there to make it a little bit better. Then, Xbox Live Arcade, you got 23 titles of Xbox Live Arcade on there. Your homebrew section where your tools reside. Classic games, Tony Hawk Underground 2. And then of course you have indie games on there as well. And then you have your emulators. You got a full complement on this one, okay? You got Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, and back to Game Boy Advance. So therefore, as you can see with the 160s, you get a little bit more out of it than the 120s. So I do believe I'm going to be replacing the 120s with the 160s. And what's going to happen is I'm not going to charge anything for that upgrade at all. Okay? It's going to remain the same price as the 120s. All right? So just so you know. All right. So anyway, hit the dashboard. Here we go. All right. Make sure that she's right and tight. And we'll get the message pop up. Good. Okay. Bypass the sign in. You will see you're up, you're online, you're alive. Our beautiful eyeball pleasing HUD with X community, and of course our cheats. Disable A, enable A, very easy. Bring this back to Xbox Home, and there you have it. Justin, thank you for your business, man. I greatly do appreciate it. Shipping it out this afternoon. All right, you'll have your tracking number and all that kind of crap all in an email, okay? Now, we have another one from Mr. Justin. This one is going to be another 160. This is your second console, Justin. Alright, so we're going to plug that in. Plug that in. It's going to have the same complement on it. We're going to power it up. We're going to sync the controller. Okay. Swap over to the capture card here. We're booting up. Things are going way too smoothly, guys. Okay, I'm just starting to get nervous here. Alright, something's going to blow up. I have a feeling. I just know something's going to blow up. We'll see. Okay. Anyway, we're booting up. We're going to get our message from the server letting us know that it's online live, all that other happy nonsense, hopefully. There you are. Got it? Good. Okay. And Justin, this is your second one right here. This one is also a 160. All right, start off at the dashboard. Call of Duties, Battlefields on there, College Hoops 2K, Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 4, Minecraft, NCAA Basketball 10, and of course College Football Revamped version 19 on there, so on and so forth. Xbox Live Arcade. You got 23 titles of Xbox Live Arcade on there. Your homebrew section where your tools reside. Then, of course, you have your classic games on there. You got Tony Hawk Underground 2. And then you have indie games on there. Trailer Park King and Voice Changer 360. And, of course, you have your emulators. You got Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, and back to Game Boy Advance, so on and so forth. We'll hit the dashboard. Make sure that she's right and tight up on the network. Here we go. All right, and we'll get our Mighton placard come up. There we are. Good deal. Bypass the sign in. And you're up, you're online, you're alive. Our beautiful eyeball pleasing HUD with X community, and of course our cheats. Disable A, enable A. Everything I said in the prior consoles applies to this one. They're all the same, guys. They all run the same way. So, just so you know, everything applies to each console. It's the same thing. All right? So now, we'll go ahead. There we are. Justin, thank you for your business, man. I greatly do appreciate it. All right? Now, let's ship these two off. They're going off. All right? Now, let's see here. Now we have Mr. Bryant Aragia. I hope I pronounced his name right. Oh my God, I hope I pronounced his name right. Okay? All right. Now he wanted a 250 gig, so here it is. We'll fire that up. Swap over to the capture card. Sync the controller. Make sure everything's right and tight on there. There we go. All right. Now, okay, we should get our notification letting us know that it's online and live with all that other happy nonsense. Here we go. All right. Come on now. There we go. All right. Now. There we go. Okay. Now we got our, we got our notification. Good. Okay. Let's step through this thing, shall we? Start off at the dashboard. We'll work our way through. Your Call of Duty's on there. Battlefield's on there. College Hoops 2K, your Grand Theft, your Gears of War series, your Grand Theft Auto series, Halo's on there, Minecraft, NCAA Basketball 10, College Football Revamped version 19, Red Dead Redemption, and Resident Evil. All right, now, Xbox Live Arcade, 23 titles of Xbox Live Arcade on there. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Then you have your classic game on there, Tony Hawk's Underground 2. Indie games on there, okay, your Xbox 360 Raid Kit, Voice Changer 360, and Trailer Park King. Okay, and then of course you have your emulators. You got Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, and back to Game Boy Advance. Alright, now, we'll hit the dashboard, make sure that she's up and on the network. We'll get our Mighton placard pop up there. Like I said, go visit Smoking KVOVX. Guys are really cool. You really like it. They got a good Discord there. Alright, bypass the sign in. You'll see that you're up, you're online, you're live. Our beautiful eyeball pleasing HUD with X community, and of course, our cheats. Disable A, enable A, very easy. Bring this back, Xbox Home, and there you have it. Brian, thank you for your business, brother. Greatly do appreciate it. Shipping it off this afternoon. You have a tracking number along with a link to this video and with a link to the startup setup video, which you need to watch before you power this thing on. Okay? And I greatly do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much for your business. All right, I'm going to say goodbye to Brian here now. Okay, goodbye, Brian. And let's see what we got here now. Okay. Matthew Vanderford. Okay, Matt. Matt went ahead and purchased a 160 gig console from me. All right, and here we go. So we're going to fire this thing up now. I'm going to sync the controller up here. There we go. Oh, and by the way, I did your ROL like you wanted. All right, just to show you. All right. Now. Okay. Now we're going to boot up. We're going to get our notification from the server letting us know that it's online, live, and all that other happy nonsense. Let me swap over to the capture card here. And here we are. Got it. Good. Okay. There we are. All right. Now this is a 160 gig. All right. So we start off at the dashboard. We'll work our way through. You got your Call of Duties on there. You got Battlefield on there. You got College Hoops 2K8 on there. Your Grand Theft Auto series, Minecraft, NCAA Basketball 10, and of course College Football Revamped. All right. And then we're back to the dashboard. Xbox Live Arcade. You got 23 titles of Xbox Live Arcade on there. Then of course you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Then you have your classic games on there. Of course, you have your indie games, Trailer Park King and Voice Changer 360. Yes, you too can have an Xbox 360 Raid Kit. And then, of course, you have your Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, and back to Game Boy Advance for your emulators. And we'll hit the dashboard, make sure that she's right and tight. Snappy little thing, ain't it? I'm impressed. All right, you got your Mighton placard pop up there. Okay. Bypass the sign in, and we're going to get an error on this. Yep, there it is. Okay, you got to love it. See, I knew it wasn't going to go smooth. So we get on over here. We go to System. We go to Network. When that happens, just go to Network Settings. Go to Netgear 99. Well, go to your router, I should say, okay? And then test the Xbox Live connection. You should get 3 check marks across the board, okay? Now, mind you, remember, like I said, you have got to set this thing up on your network for the first time. So please watch the startup setup video. Otherwise, you're going to sit there at that Xbox 360 logo for a very, very long time. Okay? Here we are. We're connected to the internet. Life is good. We're connected to Xbox Live. Life is good. Sometimes it does that. I don't know why it does that. It's just weird. But as you can see, it's up. It's online. It's live. Okay. Grabbing hold of the guide button. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, it did. Yeah, that's not. You have X Community on there. It's just whenever it does that, sometimes it'll pop that up. It'll say Open Train instead of Xbox Community, instead of X Community. Sorry about that. Just happens. Anyway, okay, you got your cheats on here. Disable A, enable A. Bring this back to Xbox Home. Bring that back. And, you too have a beautiful, wonderful RGH for your pleasure. All right? Now, we're going to go ahead, and like I said, I'm going to ship this off this afternoon. All right? You have your tracking number and all that crap in your email, along with a startup setup video explaining everything. So, there you go. All right? Thank you so much for your business. I greatly do appreciate it. All right, Matthew, you're done. Now, all right, we've got two gigantic, ginormous ones here. Okay? Mr. Zachary Lawson. Okay, Zach. Here you go, brother. Zach ordered a custom Halo 4 console off the website. And there it is. You wanted the special edition. I didn't say it's custom. It's not custom. It's just a special edition Halo 4. All right? And this one is a 2 terabyte monster. So strap in for this because it's going to take a little bit. All right? So we're going to power it on. Yes, it does make the funny noises, of course. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to sync this controller up here. There we go. All right. I'm going to swap over the Elgato here. All right. Now, okay, we're going to boot up into this thing. There's 461 titles on this thing, okay, alone. It's 2 terabytes of fun. She's locked, cocked, ready to rock, out of the box, and ready to hump your leg when you open that box up, okay? I'm not responsible if it does that. I'm sorry. So, anyway, like I said, these things have a crazy little mind of their own sometimes. All right? So, anyway, here you go. Hello again, Zachary Lawson. You're on the line live, blah, blah, blah. Got it good. Okay? Now, as you can see, we're loading titles. Okay? It takes it a minute for it to load the titles. Okay? So, I'm going to take this moment as it loads all of this stuff, and I'm going to tell you right now. Okay? And I'm going to go over this one more time with you guys. Okay? Remember to watch the startup setup video. If you do not watch the startup setup video, you will be stuck at the Xbox 360 logo forever. Okay? And you will scratch your head, then you'll scratch your butt, you'll probably burp and fart, grab a beer, okay? And then message me cursing me out, okay? Saying, what kind of junk are you selling me? And I'm going to tell you, did you watch the startup setup video? And you're going to say no. And I'm going to ask why. And you're going to go, well, I didn't think I need to. Well, guess what? You need to, okay? So please, watch that freaking video, all right? Now, let's go through this thing, shall we? All right, Xbox 360 titles. Start off at the dashboard. There's 240 Xbox Live titles on this thing, okay? From 007, okay, to Angry Birds, to Army of 4. And why I call it Army of 4? Because there's Army of 2 twice, okay? Assassin's Creed, Battlefield's on there, Batman, Bioshock, Borderlands, Call of Duty's at the freaking yin-yang, okay? Castlevania, Call of Duty 2K, Dark Souls, more Dark Souls, Dead Rising, okay? Dirt, we're still in the D's, okay? Dragon Ball's out the yin-yang, Driver, MMA, Fable, Fallout, okay? Family Guy, Far Cry, oh my God, it goes on and on and on. There's driving games on there, the Gears of War series, Guitar Hero, Grand Theft Auto series, all of them, including Gray Matter, which I have lack thereof, okay, so on and so forth. All right, Halo series, okay, Hitman, Hot Wheels, Iron Man, Kane and Lynch, Batman. You got more Lego crap than anything. And then, of course, you got a blonde with a set of tits and a chainsaw. What more could you ask for? Okay, Madden 25, you got Mafia, you got your Mass Effect trilogy on there, Midnight Club, 2K9, Mortal Kombat, more freaking ninja shit on there. NBA 2K10 through NBA 2K17, NBA Jam, NCAA Basketball 10, NCAA Football 10 through NCAA Football 14 with college football revamped on it. More driving games, more Need for Speed out the yin-yang, there you go. And of course you got, let's see, you got hockey on there, more ninja shit, Painkiller, you got a bunch of driving games on there, like I said, PGR4, PGR3, PopCap Collection, which is Plants vs. Zombies, Portal 2, Rayman, Red Dead Redemption, you got all the Resident Evils on there, you got Saw 2, Saw 3, you got Shaun White, Shift, Silent Hill, some broad with her mouth open, looks like she's ready to go, alright, you know, I mean, yeah. Okay, get that cherry lube out there, okay, and then of course you got your, you got wrestling on there, Sonic, You got Soul Calibur 4, Soul Calibur 5, South Park, The Stick of Truth. Your Spider-Man's out the yin yang, okay? Splatterhouse, Split Second, Star Wars, Dark Force Unleashed, and then of course you got some more Sukiyaki crap, whatever the freak that is. Sean White, Tony Hawk, Spider-Man at the yin yang, Darkness, Hulk, Sims, The Walking Dead, Thor, Titanfall's on there, TNA Impact, Ghost Recon, more Tony Hawk, yeah, UFC 3, the Birdman's in the house, yeah, and then of course Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, that's on there. Warface, Warriors of Aruchi, Wheelman, Wolfenstein, Wrestling at the Yin Yang, and you're back to the dashboard. Finally, oh my god. Alright, Xbox Live Arcade, 124 titles of Xbox Live Arcade on there as well. Okay, so there you go. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Now, indie games, alright? You got a ton of indie games. Okay, pay child support twice, fuck them in the cleavage. Okay, then you got your Trailer Park STD with your Voice Changer 360, your Xbox 360 Rape Kit. Yes, $99.95, no money down, 80 years to pay. You too can get this from, available at Woolworths, Woco, and Ronco. Okay? Now, classic games, okay? You got a bunch of classic games on there, okay? Some of them have artwork, some of them don't. They must be played in bypass mode, okay? And like I said, if you don't watch the startup set video, you won't know what bypass mode is. Okay, emulators, okay? Now, on this one, you got Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, PlayStation, and of course, back to Super Nintendo, alright? So there's a lot more on there besides that. Over 9,000 ROMs on there. Have a blast. They're all set up, ready to go. Okay, so we'll hit the dashboard. Make sure she's right and tighten up on the network. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. We should get our Might and placard. There it is. Good deal. Got it. Good. Bypass the sign in. There you are. You're up. You're online. You're alive. A beautiful eyeball pleasing HUD. And then, of course, over in our fifth tab, our cheats. Disable A, enable A. Okay? Bring this back to Xbox Home. And there you have it. Zach, thank you for your business, brother. I greatly do appreciate it. Glad I could build this little puppy for you. We're shipping it off this afternoon. You'll have a tracking number and all that crap in an email, okay? Along with a link to the startup setup video, which you need to watch, okay? So thank you again for your business, brother. I really do appreciate it. All right. One more down. One more to go. And, of course, it would be a biggie one, which happens to be a 2 terabyte drive. This one is Mr. Trey Alvarez. Okay, so Trey, this one is yours. 2 terabyte beast. I'm going to power it up there. Swap over to the capture card. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to sync this controller up here. There we go. Okay. Come on, sync up. There you go. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to get our notification from the server letting us know that it's online live, all that other happy nonsense. And then we're going to load Aurora, and then we're going to go through this mess. Okay? So work with me here. Okay, as this thing loads. Like I said, 2 terabyte drive. It's very, very big. All right? And it takes its sweet time. Okay? But we're loading, so just let it load. It's just the way it is. Now, could you imagine like a 4 terabyte or 8 terabyte on this damn thing? Oh my god. Sitting there forever. It's bad enough that it's got to take time to load the cache up on this thing in the hard drive in order for it to display all the titles correctly, which is crazy, you know what I mean? But it's so big, I can understand. Now, with an SSD drive, it's very fast, but these are mechanical drives. These are 7,200 RPM drives, so, you know, I mean, it takes it a little bit to do it, you know, I mean, but it is what it is. All right, so anyway. All right, we're going to hit the dashboard here now. Let's see if they change. See, it's still loading. There we go. All right, so let's start off here, and as you can see, it's the same complement as good old Zach's there, okay, but it's got the same complement on it. Okay, you are fully loaded, locked, cocked, ready to rock, out of the box. There you go. Your Fable, Family Guy, you know, all your driving games on here. Gears of War series on there. Grand Theft Auto series on there. You've got more stuff on here than you know what to do with, okay, and then some. All right, now also another thing too. All right, with this unit, okay, there's also a couple other things that I would like to go over with, just for this one here, so you could see. Okay, when you load all this mess here, all right, what you want to do is just to be on the safe side. Okay, what I really want you to do is I want you to hit the B button. Okay, and then what I want you to do is go over here to show hidden titles. Just make sure that there is nothing that is blanked out that you're going to need. Like I said, you see, like with Wolfenstein, okay, that's a 4-disc game, okay? These 3 are hidden. Why? Because they don't need to be shown, okay? Otherwise, you wind up with a mess on here. So, that's why I hide them, okay? But just make sure that there's titles on here that are not hidden, okay, that are single disc games, okay? Because see, multi-disc games, see, like this one right, well, that's a single disc game. That's a PopCap collection. That's Plants vs Zombie. It doesn't have any artwork on it yet. It will though. But as you go down here, okay, you will see that there's going to be a couple titles that are hidden, like Mass. See, that's a two disc game right there. That's why these are hidden right here, okay? So I mean, there, you wanted to display correctly, and you wanted to display the games correctly. So that's the reason why I do that, okay? Because there's no reason to have that. See, now that belongs that's DLC right there. This is DLC right here for Fallout 3. That's why you don't need to see it. It just needs to be there, okay? So just to make sure that there's nothing hidden, okay? Dark Souls. See, that's a 2 disc game right there. So that needs to be there. All right, but just showing you here the ins and outs, a little bit of Aurora, okay? You got to understand it, okay, in order for it to work right, okay? So, just so you see, okay? And then, of course, now they're all gone, okay? So, and everything is the way it should be. All right, just something for you guys to know. All right, then, of course, you have Xbox Live Arcade, all right? 124 titles of Xbox Live Arcade on there as well. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Then you have your indie games on there. And got your classic games on there. You got a bunch of classic games on there that you need to play in bypass mode. Watch the startup setup video. Okay? Then, of course, you have your emulators on there. You got Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, PlayStation, and back to Super Nintendo, so on and so forth. We'll hit the dashboard. Make sure that she's up on the network. And away we go. We'll get the Mighton placard. There we are. Good. Got it. Okay. And you will see that you're up, you're online, you are live. Our beautiful eyeball pleasing HUD, of course. With that now, I don't know why it's doing it. That's so weird. Because that takes community, as you can see. They must be having problems with their network settings. Something's going on. Yeah. They must be having problems. Most likely. Yeah, because all of a sudden now it's not popping up. Yeah. See, that's an application that is streamed to the server, so they must be having problems with it. So anyway, all right. So you got your cheats, okay? Disable A, enable A. You will have X community on there. It's just a little network issue. That's all. No big deal. So anyway, there you go. So we'll bring this back to Xbox Home, and there you have it. Trey, thank you for your business, brother. I greatly do appreciate it. I'm glad I could build it for you. We're shipping it off this afternoon. You'll have a tracking number in your email, along with a link to the startup setup video and a link to this video. All right, guys, listen. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna holler at you later. I got quite a few more consoles I have got to build. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm trying to get through these as quickly as I can. So anyway, y'all have a good one. I'm gonna holler at you later. Take it easy, guys. Have a great day.